Hello, hello, hello. How's it going today? So glad that you all are with me today because we have a really nice topic to talk about, and that is staying the course. All of us have been on some kind of diet, and maybe we were enthusiastic about it for the first week or two, only to fall off a little bit later. So, I'm going to give you some tips about how to stick to a diet, especially a plant-based diet. And the reason I know this so well is that when I first became plant-based, my road or my journey was not linear. I stopped and started and stopped and started. So I'm going to give you some tips that helped me to get back on track. Now, back in 2017, that's when I started experimenting with a plant-based lifestyle. But like I said, I stopped eating meat and meat products and started right back. But when I saw my health declining, my weight going up, I kind of recommitted myself back in 2019. Because even though I was able to give up the meat, and it was a struggle, but the real struggle was the cheese. Oh man, giving up cheese was so hard. But by 2019, I really kind of got it out of control. That's the last time I really remember having a meat meal, back in the earlier part of 2019. And ever since then, except for a few hiccups, I've been able to stick with a whole food plant-based diet. And now I have no problem with the meat, the cheese, the dairy, and none of that. So I know it's a challenge. And that's why I have something here that's going to help you. But before I do, let me introduce myself. So as many of you know, I am Charlotte of Charlotte's Coaching Corner. And the reason that I started this business is because I want to help other people to lose weight, and not just lose it, but to sustain that weight loss by adopting a whole food plant-based diet. I've lost over 100 pounds myself doing this, and hey, I'm here to help you to do the very same thing. So my first advice is do not beat yourself up. That's just self-defeating. That just makes it worse. Understand that for most people, you are going to fail. You're going to have hiccups. I shouldn't say fail. That's a learning experience. So you're going to backtrack. You're going to eat some things that you should not have eaten. Okay? So just know that from the very beginning that is going to happen. But we have strategies to help you to get back on track. Because remember, this is a lifestyle change. And anytime you're making a lifestyle change, it's not always easy to do. But the problem is not you. A lot of our problem, first of all, is the food. Because food industry has made food addictive. Cheese is very addictive. That's why it's so hard to give up. And they do it that way on purpose to keep you coming back. The second thing may be, what type of diet are you on? When I found myself on a low-carb diet, on a calorie counting diet, I was always hungry, guys. And you cannot stay on the diet and sustain weight loss if you are always hungry. That's why I switched to a whole food plant-based diet. I'm able to eat to satisfaction. I don't have to count calories. I don't have to count carbs. I just eat when I'm hungry, and when I'm not, or when I'm full, stop eating. But please, one thing never do that is very self-sabotaging that I've seen other people do. Don't try to combine a whole food plant-based diet with a low-carb diet. It doesn't work. You're not going to be satiated. You're going to be hungry. So that's the first thing that we want to do. Not to give up on yourself. Examine the type of diet that you have. The third thing, the scale that weighing yourself every day, that's not your friend. That is not your friend. And the reason why, what you eat today may not reflect on a scale tomorrow. In fact, I've heard it can be up to 3 days in some instances before it really reflects. So it's kind of a mute weighing yourself every day. Another thing to remember is that the scale can put you on an emotional roller coaster. You might have think that you did so well today with your eating. I did so well today with my exercising. I get on the scale and I've gained a pound. And that just drains you emotionally. But you have to remember there are so many reasons why we may lose and gain weight, especially women. We have a lot of hormone changes going on. And remember that a lot of weight sometimes is just water weight that we're losing. So I weigh myself usually about once a week, sometimes every 2 weeks at the same time, every day. I think I do it on a Sunday morning. It's a kind of my routine. So that's the third one. Be careful about depending on that scale so much, because sometimes you'll see that you've gained or you didn't make the progress that you thought you should have. And you say, well, yeah, I just give up. The fourth thing to do, give it time. Give it time. You've heard that proverbial saying that the swift do not always win the race, and that is so true. Because what you have to do is that you have to allow your taste buds to change. It has to change to form more of a liking and a craving for these whole food, plant-based food that is so healthy for your body. And it takes, from what I've understood, anywhere from 14 to 21 days for those taste buds to change over. Another thing that you want to remember is that your brain likes routine. It does. It likes to keep you safe. It likes to do the same old normal things every day. When you make a change, it rebels. It says, hey, this is not what we do. We've been eating meat for 50, 60 years. What are you doing? But once you make that change and that brain gets used to it, then it's smooth sailing. But you have to give those things time. You have to give those new habits time to form in your brain, to form those new neural pathways, so to speak. Okay? Another thing is this. If you can't get back on track, consider getting some help. I know we're not accustomed to having a coach to lose weight, help us lose weight, because sometimes we think that that's not necessary. And that's what I thought. I can do it myself. Man, listen, if I had got a coach back in 2017, I would have been a vegan from that time period on. I really would have. And as a result of not doing that, you know, the health problems continue, the weight continue, the loss of self-esteem continue. So consider getting help if you can't get things together in order to make that transition. But I have something too that's going to help you too. What I have now is a newsletter. I'm going to send it out every week. It's going to give you encouragement. It's going to give you tips. I'm even going to have recipes on there that you can use to add variety to your plant-based diet. So I think those things will be very helpful. I have the cookbook that I introduced last week. And this week, I have the newsletter. So give me a few minutes. I'm going to post it, and you'll be able to click it right above. And then that way you'll be able to get help and motivation and tips on a weekly basis. So that's all I have for you today. Next week, oh, that's right. Next week I won't be live next week, okay? But what I am going to do, I am going to post an interview maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. And it's going to be with my personal trainer. I'm in a small group training class, fitness class. And this particular trainer is going to talk about the importance of movement, the importance of exercise. And she's going to also demonstrate some exercises that you can do at home yourself, because it's so important that you keep moving. All right, guys, listen, that's all that I have for you today. Remember those points. Don't beat yourself up about it. Examine your diet. Stay off that scale daily. Give it time. And if you can't get back on track, you can't make that transition, get some help. I will see you September the 12th Thursday live on Facebook. And until that time, always remember, you can do good by yourself, but you do your best with help. Okay, guys? And I'm here to help you. Thanks so much. Look forward to seeing you September the 12th on Facebook Live. Have a great day.